Hey, peace, y'all. The culture is everything to me. And so when I say culture, I am not just speaking about music, I'm not just speaking about clothes. It includes more than entertainment. It means, because to me, right, the people who entertain us, the athletes who run, jump, catch, score, dunk, all of that for us and from us, right? Like there's a certain type of mindset that they got. That's of the culture. When they talk about that dog, like that's of the culture. We got an old school legend that is representing in college football right now, Dion Primetime Sanders, right? Like that dude is the culture. He is the epitome of the culture. Everything that he came from and everything that he represented while being at the highest level in both baseball and football, and then down at Jackson State, and now at the University of Colorado, like that dude is the culture through and through, right? And so it ain't just about what we do and how we dress, but it's the way that we carry ourselves. It's the mindset and the energy, how we come up out of things, how we create things, how we innovate things, how we give y'all things. Like, yeah, that's all the culture. We can talk about the music, we can talk about the movies, we can talk about all of the influential people, we can talk about the intellectuals, all of them, right? But it's how they did what they did that represented the culture as much as it was what they did. And so, one of my favorite movies of all time is Malcolm X. 1992 was when it was released. It was directed by Spike Lee. Malcolm X is one of the most influential, powerful leaders this world has ever seen. And so, for us to be introduced to Malcolm X on the big screen from a story that was adapted from the autobiography of Malcolm X written by Alex Haley, like for us to be introduced in the early 90s to Malcolm X in that way was life changing in itself. But for Spike Lee to do it, the same man that gave us Jungle Fever, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues, School Days, and so much, that man who was a prime example of the culture, to then go dig into how to create the autobiography of Malcolm X into a masterpiece of a movie, like that is the culture. And that changed my life. I couldn't and can't imagine being given a movie about Malcolm X. Actually, I can, because there's other portrayals of Malcolm X over the years. There's other portrayals of influential black leaders and black people. And we know from example that if we not telling our stories, and if it ain't somebody of the culture giving us our stories, that story ain't quite what it's supposed to be. It ain't quite it. So to be given Malcolm X at the time that I was given it in terms of the movie, and to be given it by Spike Lee, like that was everything for me. Like that is what I call a cultural masterpiece. And I got a whole list of them, y'all. Not only am I going to be sharing with y'all the cultural masterpieces that are on my list that had a profound impact on my life, I'm going to give y'all a treat in how I'm going to break down every cultural masterpiece, or my top cultural masterpieces. Let me not say every. Let me just say my top cultural masterpieces. Maybe I'll give out 10. Maybe I'll give 15. Maybe I'll give more. But my top cultural masterpieces, I'm going to give y'all what they are. I'm going to give y'all why I consider them masterpieces, what impact it had on my life. And I'm going to also share with y'all how it possibly can have an impact on your life. I want to encourage y'all to think about some of the top cultural things, whether it was an album release, a movie release, whether it was an individual, whether it was a moment in history, in your life, in your experience, that is forever going to define or play a part in defining who you are or who you're becoming. Like, that is what we have to do with our culture. Like, we really got to start tapping in to who we are and why we are who we are. Because all of it comes back to the culture. Those of us that we have seen throughout history and that we are seeing right now, social media is a powerful tool. So we're able to follow and watch people every single day do amazing things. A big part of their success is because of how they carry themselves, the mindset that they use, the spirit that they walking in order to accomplish and impact how they doing. And that's all culture. Hometown, homegrown, Terrence Bud Crawford, we and everyone else, actually, all the boxing enthusiasts, they talk about that man being a straight dog. They even go so far as to say when he's in the ring, he mean. Man, that's all the culture. That's a mindset. And that is how he was brought up. That's where he from. And that's all culture. Like, so he was able to use those things to propel him. He basically he utilized the culture within him to get to where he is now. And so many of our greats, locally, nationally, internationally, they are who they are, and they are at where they are at because they utilize the culture within them to get to that point. And that's the same thing with me. I ain't no, famous rich person or nothing like that, but everything that I've been able to accomplish and everything that I will accomplish, it is because of the culture within me. It is because of the culture that raised me. It is because of the blackness that has been surrounding me my entire life. And we about to start giving credit and celebrating just those different pieces. Me bringing up the Malcolm X movie was one of them. I am going to share with y'all my list, and there's going to be more to come. So be on the lookout. Matter of fact, don't even be on the lookout. If you would like me to send you my list of top cultural masterpieces that changed and impacted my life, let me know in the comment of this. Shoot your email so I can get that to you. Like, I want y'all to be a part of this journey, because this journey don't just stop with this list. It don't just stop with these videos. It's much more that's about to come from this, because I'm telling you, we absolutely positively must learn through our culture. We must understand how the culture is within us and the strength and the power and the advantage that the culture gives us. And I'm going to be an example of what that looks like. So stay tapped in. Peace.